Why is this important in teamwork? Understanding high and low context cultural differences comes into play a great deal in teamwork. The culture of each team member will have a significant impact on the way in which the team communicates. A successful and skilled team member should aim to understand the culture of his teammates, as well as their approach to relationships and tasks, and their approach to teamwork and decision-making. Then he or she should take the knowledge they learned and make adjustments to his or her own communication style. I have learned and been reminded through this project that not only is it important to understand one's cultural context, as well as the context of others in their team, but one must also act on this to best suit the team. It is not just enough to understand my students. I need to take the next step to change my own behavior to better suit them. For example, if they are culturally accustomed to working in groups, I need to give them the ability to do so, and also the support to be able to work individually. In addition, if a student's space is a bit more communal than us Americans are used to, I need to not only understand this about my student, but also give them guidelines or measurements for personal space so that they are aware of the cultural differences and take note when working with other students. Cultural context is also very important to understand when working with colleagues. Many of my fellow Spanish teachers are from Spain or other native Spanish-speaking countries. When we get together for a meeting, it takes forever. I mean, forever to get started. Everyone has to know about your kids, the husband, what you're making for dinner, the weather, where'd you got that shirt, every single thing that I deem useless information. However, after learning about high and low contexts, I have a completely different outlook. Many Spanish-speaking countries are high context cultures, something that I'm not very used to. Building relationships is not only important to them, but vital. The first goal of interaction is to get to know and connect with another. This clashes with my low context cultural goal of getting things done. Through my studies of high and low cultural contexts, I have learned that when working on a cross-cultural team, one needs to be mindful of these cultural differences. For example, during meetings, I should be mindful of how the agendas are planned to make sure time is structured into the meeting design so that these relationship connections can occur. Low context members will likely want to hear explicit instructions that are spelled out clearly. Faxes, emails, memos will be seen as perfectly appropriate. On the other hand, high context members might prefer to hear instructions and have ample time to discuss them. In addition, face-to-face interaction will be preferred. In this case, I need to make sure to include a variety of both explicit and face-to-face approaches, as well as the sufficient time to accommodate all members.